Okay, here is our update for the end of week two of the $1 million experiment. And as you may recall from the from week one's update, we have no trades in the growth or accumulation engines yet, just because the dollar amounts in there are too small and too restrictive for the kinds of stocks that we want to invest in. But for the income engine, which is the trading, we have some activity. So what we decided after week one was we'd met our month goal already in 4 days. We had four trades, four wins, and our goal of $249, we hit $250 on the nose and said, okay, we're not putting that at risk. We're going to trade the rest of the month in our alternative or simulation account. And so that's what we've been doing. And so we're going to talk about that for this week. There were six trades, five wins and one loss. Although one of the wins I didn't actually play it at place. I watched the trade happen. I decided not to get into it at the moment. I was a little bit late getting back to my desk. I walked away and I came back, but it was a good setup, and I wanted to include it in our update because it's certainly one that I would have taken if I'd been sitting at my desk paying attention. So I'm including these here, although the one that I didn't actually trade wouldn't have factored into our numbers. But let's go through them and we can see what we did. We had again, we were trading the micro ES futures. We were trading one contract. Each point has a $5 value. And essentially, the first one, we had a substantial 30-point win. The others, then we had a loss of how much did we lose? 17 points. And then a number of other smaller wins. One thing that was a little bit different is we also on one of the days traded the micro YM, which is the Dow, and we did that, and they have a 50-cent point value, but we made 213 points, so that ended up being a value of $107. I mentioned that because it's a little bit non-standard, but the reason we took the YM is that it was setting up the best of the index futures that we look at. And we were able to get into it at a risk level that was approximately the same or very similar to the $75 risk level that we're placing on the ES, the MES trades. So I mentioned that it was quite positive. Like I said, we had six wins, or sorry, five wins, one loss. Let me just pull up the actual number here. Just give me 1 second to do that. What do I do with that? Thought I had that handy. I don't. Pull it up real quick. Totaling this, we had $317 of profit. So an even better week two than we had in week one. So that's helpful. Now, if you want to, you can watch each one of the trades. We have the replays of every single one of our income engine trades on our $1 Million Experiment channel. So if you're ever wondering, well, what the heck are we talking about as we mention these trades, they're all there for you to watch as they unfolded. Now, these are the replays. This wasn't live. And the reason they're replays is because nobody wants to sit there and watch paint dry. So what we do is we play it back at, well, it's called 1,000 times speed, although I don't think it's really that fast, but it's substantially quicker than if you were sitting there in real time. And then I narrate the trades so that you can see what's actually happening. So there's a link here, and there's a link in the description to the $1 Million Experiment channel. You can go and cherry pick which ones of those you want to watch and actually see what happens in those trades, what the setups look like, how they progress, where and when and how we stop out, etc. So that's all there. Week two was quite successful, and so there we are. Of course, it's all in the alternative or simulation account because we'd already met our goal. But there you have it. It's all there for your consumption.